All right, we're gonna do a first rib mobilization using a lacrosse ball of our choice. So the first rib is basically right around the base of your neck, in between the base of your neck and where that clavicle starts to come across and meet your sternum. So it's gonna kind of get stiff and kind of aggravated sometimes, especially if you do a lot of overhead position work. And so we're gonna use the lacrosse ball to kind of anchor in here and just open up some space. So if I'm gonna use a lacrosse ball, I'm gonna place the ball right here at that base that we talked about. It's gonna be just above your clavicle, your collarbone. And then I'm gonna lean forward here onto an anchor of my choice. Now we're using a squat rack, but you could just as easily use the open end of a door to position yourself into. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna almost pull myself to create more pressure in the ball. So I'm using my arms to pull myself in, creating more of a depression. And I'm gonna hold that pressure. Uncomfortable is okay, pain says stop. And so from here, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna start to raise my arm overhead and then back down, raise my arm over my head and then back down. And I'm trying to maintain on that ball while I do so. And so, the idea is we're gonna start to mobilize around the first rib. If it's stiff, if it's tacky, any of the tissues that are around that first rib, we're gonna kind of desensitize and get them to slide and glide and move better. And then, even in this position, after I do, my mobilizations with my arm, I can still maintain that pressure, and I can even think about mobilizing from my neck and including rotation. So, the idea is everything's nice and controlled, nothing hurts, but we're just trying to, free up slide and glide surfaces and desensitize anything that's just kind of grumpy in this zone. So go ahead and give that a try.